Hello there again, YouTubers. Again, sorry for the bad video. All I have is my phone at the moment. I have cleaned off some storage on it this time just to make sure we try to get the full video in here. But I wanted to go over my outdoor boiler again, just because it's been redone and improved a little bit. As you can hear in the background and see in the background, there still have the shallow well pump. That's still pumping up out of the barrel, although we'll go over it again. The basic idea is I have a barrel stove here. Inside the barrel stove I have a 1 or 2 gallon, I'm not 100% sure how big it is, it's either 1 or 2 gallons of tank inside the barrel stove, and the water is pumped up from the barrel and then pushed into the boiler. It goes around the boiler one time through a 1/2-inch copper pipe, and then into the tank inside the barrel stove, and then out of the tank and into the house, into a radiator with a fan behind it to push the air off of it, and then back out into the barrel. So let's go over here and take a look real quick. Try to get a shot in here. So here we have our shallow well pump. We're pumping water up out of the barrel into our pump here, which then comes out of the pump, comes over here, comes down and into a piece of copper line, which then goes into the wood boiler. And now what a boiler looks like is, you'll notice I've actually made it out of metal this time. So we'll see if we can't get a shot here on the front of it. There you go. You'll notice that all the sides here is made out of metal now. Because if you watch my last video, you'll notice I burned a hole through the side of it whenever it was made out of wood, so probably not the safest thing. So I decided to make it out of metal. This is this rigid metal that's used for siding or roofing. And in order to plug the holes here, where you have the upraise on the metal, we just simply used a little bit of fiberglass insulation, stuffed the hole full of it. Around the barrel here, you can see, around the barrel here, you can notice we cut some smaller pieces to kind of fit the barrel a little bit better, and then we ran some fireproof caulk all the way around that. But now we have this nice metal box, and again it's full of sand for insulation. And again, the water gets pumped into the boiler. It gets wrapped around the barrel stove one time, then goes inside the tank that's inside the boiler, then comes out of the tank through this line right here. Sorry, get a better shot. Through this line right here, and then goes into the house through the radiator, which I'll show you here in a little bit. Comes back out of the radiator and back into the barrel. So now we'll do a quick little shot inside the barrel stove here. It is actually actively burning. I got it cut down pretty good, so it's not a real big flame. And then the sand, I packed this boiler full of sand. So basically it's a barrel stove sitting inside of a metal housing, I guess you call it, that then is packed full of sand all the way around it. So the metal housing is 4 foot each way, is 4 foot, and then it's 3 foot high. And then one thing that we've done to keep the center from bowing out is we added a piece of threaded rod, 1/4 inch, right here. Sorry for the noise, I live right along the road, a major highway. But there's a piece of threaded rod that we bent around the barrel stove and it's sticking out on each side. If we look at it over here, here it is again. So again, that piece of threaded rod goes in one side around the stove and out the other side, and a nut on each side, or a nut on each end, and that keeps the sides from pushing out. So that's how we solved that problem. It's 1/4 inch threaded rod, real easy to bend, real easy to work with, small hole to drill through the side of it, put a washer and nut, done. So now let's take a look on the inside here. Notice I got a little fire going, and that's the tank up there that's currently heating up the water. I did use the deluxe barrel stove kit, as you can see. Not sure if that made much difference or not. The one thing I did like about was the dampers. I like the dampers on the deluxe a little bit better than I do on the non-deluxe model. Again, not sure if it matters or not. I just personally liked it a little bit better. And you see, got the chimney there, a little bit of actual stovepipe, and then a little bit of ductwork, just to help keep the cost down some. Let's go inside here and take a look at our radiator real quick, so we can kind of get an idea of how that looks. So here's our radiator. It has a fan in behind it. This radiator can be bought on Amazon. It's a water to air heat exchanger. It's a pretty big one, 16 by 18, I believe. It doesn't cost a lot of money. I'd say around $100. And also the deluxe barrel stove kit was around $100, and then the metal was around $100. So you know, I got $300-400 in this thing. But that's the only heat in the house at this moment. And just to kind of give you an idea here, as you can see, it's right around 74, 76 degrees there. Outside, it's my thermometer broke outside, so I'm sorry about that, but it is during the day. I would guess it's probably around 40 degrees outside. So it's not overly cold. It is a fair bit chilly. And just to get a shot on that again one time. So here's the inlet pipe that goes through the radiator, and the outlet pipe back out into the barrel. And again, I just have a big industrial fan setting in behind that. Again, we'll go back outside here real quick. And again, a shot of our actual outdoor boiler. It's it's a barrel stove sitting inside of a homemade housing. The way that we kept these this together is we actually used angle pieces made for drop ceiling tile. So you can pick those up at your local big box store, you know, Lowe's or Home Depot. You know, we just kind of use that angle to frame out everything, then put the metal on top of it, filled it full of sand. Set the barrel in there, filled it full of sand. Again, only have that 1 or 2 gallon tank inside the barrel stove. You don't need a lot of volume if you're continuously circulating it like I am. You know, there has been some fine tuning to it. I think I'll probably will put a damper in the chimney here next, because I think that I'm using a little bit too much wood, and I think a damper there would probably help tremendously on that. So that'll be the next thing that I put in. But other than that, I've gotten the house up to about 84 degrees before, so I think it'll do well this winter. Hopefully I'll do another video in the winter time. We can see the temperatures outside and inside, and we'll see what happens. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.